We are now in week 2 of Forsaken, and even though things haven't begun to change physically, new things are slowly starting to take shape. The Ascendant challenges so far aren't quite the challenge I expected, however they are fun and an awesome event to look forward to every week. So let's take a look at the second Ascendant challenge for the Dreaming City, how to enter, how to beat it, what you have to do, and a few secrets along the way. Guardians, what is going on, guys? Sly here, back at it with another Dreaming City guide, and we are officially in week 2 of year 2. In just a few days' time, the Last Wish raid will drop, and I absolutely cannot wait to dive in and discover what Bungie's largest raid is going to look like. However, with a hurricane aimed right at my house here in North Carolina, I will more than likely lose power the night before the raid drops, which is something I am really not looking forward to. Now, if all goes well and everything is good to go, then expect my raid guides to be up later that day on Friday or the next morning on Saturday. However, in this video, we're going to be taking a look at the new Ascendant challenge for this week, week 2. I'll show you how to get there, what you have to do, and a couple of secrets you can find while you're over there. So first things first, guys, head to Petra and grab all of her bounties. The dailies, the weeklies, it doesn't matter, grab them all, because to get all of her powerful rewards, you're going to need to pretty much do everything she has available. So last time, the Ascendant portal was located in the Lost Sector right underneath Petra, known as Ophelia's Rest. This time, however, the week 2 portal is out in broad daylight. So once you grab the bounties from Petra, hop on your Sparrow and head towards the top left corner of the map. If you watched my Dreaming City Secrets video where we talked about all those Ascendant platforms and chests, you'll know the way and it'll seem familiar to you because we're going to the same place, the Gardens of Ascela. So hop on your Sparrow and head over to the Gardens. Just follow my lead and I'll slow it down once we arrive. Alright, so once you load up in the Gardens of Ascela, hop off your speeder and then make your way up to the bridge right in the middle as you see here. Now, enemies are fairly high in this area. They're like 530s, 540, so be careful. Once you're on the bridge, drink your tincture of Queen's Foil and then start walking towards the tree at the very end of this bridge. About halfway down, look to your right and watch for the shimmer of the Ascendant platforms. This is the first secret in this area. Now, it's kind of funny because I looked all over this area last week thinking it would be a perfect spot for a chest, and we didn't find any platforms, a chest, nothing. However, platforms are now appearing right next to the bridge, a place I surely would have seen it, so I think they were just added as of this reset. I could be wrong, however, they could have always been there. Anyways, they are here now, so let's use them. Simply follow the platforms, and of course, once you get to the very top, there will be a chest waiting for you. That is the first secret for this challenge. So grab yourself some loot, smile, then hop back down onto the bridge, looking back out at the tree. On the left-hand side in the distance, you're going to see the portal for this week's Ascendant challenge over there by the side of the cliff. Go ahead and group up with your team and head on in. So this week's Ascendant challenge is way less of a challenge than it was last week. However, enemies are still way powerful and they can one-hit kill you if you're under like 530, especially the big Taken Knights. Once again, Toland's firefly looking thing is buzzing around in certain places, which you can trigger when you walk into it. There are also more of those crystals that are immune to damage, something I think we'll start to understand in due time. There is also a hidden piece of lore located inside here as well. We'll get to that here at the end of the video, but first, let's talk about how to complete this challenge. So once again, the Darkblade Hive Knights, known as Abyssal Knights, will randomly spawn in and mess up your day, along with a bunch of Shadow Thrall and a handful of Taken Phalanx. There are also Blights located throughout this huge map, but this time, the Blights are there just to throw you off and get you into trouble or slow you down, unlike the 4 we had to take out last week. You can shoot these Blights if you feel like it, however, ignoring them is probably the best option. Once you enter the Ascendant plane, you'll notice 3 markers off in the distance as you see here. These markers show the location of awoken arc charges. Now these charges are the exact same thing you use during the Rift Generator public event and to open the locked chests around the world. For this week, however, there will only be 3 charges, and all you have to do is simply grab them, bring them to the middle without dying, slam it down, and the hard part is over. Once all 3 awoken charges make it into the middle, the rift turns into a well of light and you basically get your super back non-stop, and this part is where things start to get fun. You simply unleash chaos by calling your super as many times as possible until everything is dead. These Abyssal Sword Knights have a ton of health, and using weapons alone would take forever just to kill one of them, let alone all that exist in this map. That would be like cruel and unusual punishment on Bungie's part, but it is fun as hell wrecking all these guys non-stop with your super. Now, one thing you do need to be aware of, in last week's challenge, if you died a quarter or halfway through the challenge itself, you couldn't take the portal back into the Ascendant plane. It would close up and lock you out of it, leaving only the remaining 2 fire team members to get the job done. The portal would reappear once everyone died, allowing you to restart. So if you wanted to get the chest last week, you had to play things a little slow in order to make sure you weren't locked out of it. The Ascendant challenge for this week, however, in week 2, has no such mechanic. You can die and come right back in, which makes things incredibly easy. However, once you beat it and grab the chest, if you want to go exploring, you cannot get back in if you die. So falling over the edge, taking too much fall damage, dumb things like that, those will lock you out of the area until all 3 team members exit. Then you'll have to redo the challenge if you wish to explore in safety. So just a word of caution if you go exploring. Once you beat it, grab the chest before looking around. So yeah, that is really the challenge for this week. The hardest part of this challenge is actually taking the arc charge itself and weaving through the enemies to get to the middle. But like I said, just simply jump over the blights, use those crystal tops, so that way you can get away from those big sword dudes, make it to the middle, and once you do that twice, it is done. Alright Guardians, next up, let's go look for that hidden lore item. So once you beat it and all the enemies are dead, make sure you grab the chest and then head to the middle where the Well of Light is located, looking towards the portal to head outside. However, do not use it. As you face the portal, you're going to want to pass it by on the right hand side and then make your way up the small hill. As you start looking up the hill, take a look to your left and you'll notice a path that kind of like leads you out into the distance. Follow this small path for as long as you can until you come to a gap that you're going to have to jump across, where the path kind of doubles back towards the middle. Now do not jump over the gap, but slowly creep to the right side of the ledge and then look over and down. You're going to see a small grassy kind of opening way down there that's just big enough to safely land on. If you can zoom in, you'll see something like kind of glowing in the distance. Now make sure you take your time here, guys, because if you die trying to get this lore item, you will be locked out and you're going to have to redo the challenge just to get this one piece of lore item. Also, on one of the paths sloping upwards, you'll see Toland's little firefly buzzing around in the distance, in which he talks about Eris, so that's also worth finding. However, I can only find one this time, which is kind of aggravating because I have a feeling there's probably more around here somewhere. But yeah, that is about it, Guardians. A super easy challenge this week that's really more fun than challenging. Anytime you get to explore the Ascendant plane and call your super out in like an unlimited amount of times to wreck bad dudes, well, that is a good day in my book. Anyways, hope you enjoyed yourselves, Guardians, and thank you all so much for supporting another Slynation video. With a little luck, I'll have power during the hurricane, and I will be able to take part in the new raid and put out my raid guides as soon as possible. So definitely keep an eye out for those. But more importantly, for those who are also in the path of the storm, make sure you be safe, my friends. It really is kind of a big deal, so make sure you take it seriously. But I am out of here, Guardians. Thank you so much for watching and for supporting the channel. Subscribe for more Dreaming City Secrets and Destiny 2 videos. Spank the thumbs up, but only if you enjoyed yourself. And comment down below if you found anything else that I missed, if you have any secrets you want to share, or if you just want to say what's up. Later, y'all, and keep those eyes open for plenty more videos coming out soon. But until then, this is your dude Sly, and I'll catch you guys next time.